Hello everyone, it's Talen.
And it's Fox.
I'm a he, him.
And I'm a she.
And that's a dog growling, and I'm not editing that out. Hot on the heels of us playing Loom, which got us upwards of several people commenting on it, thank you very much, I decided that we do something super easy, because it's a marking month for me, and I need a freebie. So we're going to the remaster of Day of the Tentacle. I hesitate to call it one of the best LucasArts games because that's the kind of thing that provokes an argument because they're almost all really, really good.
I think, is it fair to call something one of the best when, everything in the group is, the group is the best?
There is a plateau of boring excellence here. It's the Walt Disney of the early 90s kind of thing. And this remaster...
Walt Disney is the Walt Disney of the early 90s.
Yeah, in the 90s, there's not a lot to comment on how their animation works. It's they're just really, really good at it. Oh, well, we did a whole podcast about this. You should check it out. It's called the Disney Animated Cannonball, and in it you find out just how angry I can get about the rescuers.
Okay, check it out. We will get so mad at capitalism.
All right, then.
Capitalism of the early 90s.
We get real mad about capitalism. And speaking of capitalism, Day of the Tentacle was a game that no one was selling until someone remastered it. I don't know who remastered it. There's an odds chance that one of my friends was involved because I have a very odd friend network. But this is a remake of the game that updates the graphics, quote unquote. They're smoother, there's less pixel art. It'll be interesting to compare because much like the Monkey Island one, we'll be able to flick back and forth between the different versions with a button press. I will happily show that off.
Well, I would like that because I don't trust remastered pixel art.
Absolutely. One of the other details about this game is this is a deliberately weird game. A lot of the puzzle solutions are obtuse and the characters are deeply dysfunctional. So I'm going to try and be more clear about what I am doing and why, even though I am going to be trying to do a fairly fluid playthrough.
Well, that's good, because we do, those of us who haven't played these games before do kind of lose track of what you're doing sometimes.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to this kind of game, now I'll talk about this in the gameplay. Edit that bit out, in which case are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go.
So
we should probably end the intro with some kind of...
Yep. So with no further ado, and warning you that there is about to be a sudden and severe cut to a cutscene that has noise, here we go. I'm going to try and avoid talking through the cutscenes, by the way.
Oh, it's so smooth already. Yes. Oh.
Yeah?
It's anti-alias.
No, it's not. This is the original art.
No, maybe it's just the upscale for the screen I'm looking at then.
Quite possibly. This is how it used to look.
I'm thirsty.
Behold our two non sequitur characters to start with.
I don't think you should drink that.
I mean, the game is called Day of the Tentacle.
It looks
It's
bad
true,
for
but
you.
you think it might explain what a tentacle is.
Nonsense. It makes me feel great. Smarter. More
Is
aggressive.
it not going to?
No,
What?
no, they're
I
just
feel
tentacles.
like I could.
Okay.
Like I could. Like I could. Take on the world.
So yeah, they're just a pair of tentacles. They're not from anything.
Look, Hoagie, it's a hamster.
Well,
Just what I need
they're
for
from the previous
dissection lab tomorrow.
Oh, I wasn't
think
expecting
need
them
that
to be
with a band
from
over.
something.
You know, like we could bite its head off or whatever.
Hands off that hamster.
Friend of yours, Bernard?
He belongs to Weird Ed Edison, and it looks like he's brought us a note.
This is how adventures started in the 90s.
It's from my old friend,
Hamster
Green
brings you
Tentacle.
a note.
He says that Purple Tentacles mutated into an insane genius, and Dr. Fred's going to kill them both. I thought I was free of Dr. Fred and those crazy Edisons forever.
The glasses
But
changing
now,
shape as he
I
narrowed
know
his
that
eyes.
I must go back to the mansion.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like, I wasn't expecting the tentacles to be from something, but I also wasn't expecting for just like, oh, we know these tentacles.
Yeah.
It's from this tentacle, who's the friend of that tentacle who's gone mad. Sorry, we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit, guys.
So, in the previous game, Maniac Mansion, we learned that there were, amongst the various things in the laboratory, there was a green tentacle and a purple tentacle, which were freely motile tentacles, one of which was evil and did the bidding of the guy in the lab, and the other of which was kind of just a cool guy. And that's all the explanation we have for what they are. They're not like, you know, from an actual beast and they've been severed, or like, you get no information. They're just tentacles.
I always assumed that drinking the toxic waste is why they were motile tentacles, but
No,
okey-dokey.
they were already around before we got that.
I was gonna say, yeah, turn the high res on, because as much as I don't like it as much, the text is a fuckload harder to read in the pixely version.
And like, look at, like, this is the same shot. It's shot for shot. They're doing the same
I
thing.
know, I get it.
And like, this is some real love of the craft. I want to say Tex Avery and Looney Tunes, but I'd be perfectly willing to understand that I misunderstand Tex Avery. But there's a lot of life to this animation.
Sure, yeah. I'm not a big fan of cartoon, like comedy, wacky, stretchy animation.
Yeah.
You know, I can recognize when it's well done.
And this has the onerous task of taking art that obviously started out as illustrations, then got turned into pixels. And oh yeah, just but then, you know, converting it into this higher resolution kind of animation.
Okay, we'll spread out commando style. Laverne, you go secure the area behind those
Okay, I
double
mean, I
doors.
guess it's not that much
Hoagie,
easier to read.
you take care of upstairs reconnaissance.
But it is easier.
I'll maintain Command HQ here, in the lobby.
What are we looking for?
We've got to find where Dr. Fred is holding the tentacles.
This better not take too long. I've got an anatomy final tomorrow.
And I've got a show to set up later tonight. If I'm late, I don't get to test the drums.
If I know Dr. Fred, he's got the tentacles tied up in his secret lab. Question is, where's his secret lab?
And we get directions for how to play.
That's all the explanation we're gonna get.
Absolutely, it is a very deliberately obtuse kind of
I
thing.
know Dr. Fred. Do you know Dr. Fred?
Yeah,
I guess you know Dr. Fred. Sounds like you're implying it.
it is wild too, because one of the things about Day of the Tentacle is this is a sequel. This is a sequel to a wildly successful game that broke ground. The original Maniac Mansion is an incredibly important game of its type. It's also basically pre-LucasArts, which means it's incredibly hostile and really easy to fail.
Oh, you can fail in Maniac Mansion?
Uh-huh. You can just pick the wrong teenagers to go into the mansion in the first place. Like, congratulations, you're screwed.
So that's like a real fundamental difference with what would characterize the majority of LucasArts adventure games, which is you will never die, you'll just be humiliated repeatedly.
Yep. Now, just for more graphical contrast, this is how it used to look.
Man, there's such an art to pixelizing art.
There really is. And, like, I like the remastered version. I'm going to be playing in the remastered version art shortly, but I just want to make sure you had an appreciation for the contrast. And I'm happy to swap back to this view anytime you want to see what a shot looks like in the old view. Cool?
Yeah, I don't think this is being scaled properly. It looks wonky.
Alright then. One of the other things is that this game is in the grand tradition of your Simon the Sorcerer style. Poke everything, pick up everything. If you can pick it up, there's a reason to pick it up. And if you can make something interact with something else, there's a reason to do it. So, you're going to see me do stuff that looks kind of out of context, like, why would I do that? And it's not going to matter until much later in the game. But also, that's how you would play the game. You would be like, oh, well, there's a flyer. I'm going to take the flyer because it's there and I can take it.
Oh, sure. I mean, interacting with everything you can interact with makes a ton of sense. I don't think that's in any way unique to this game. That's just adventure games in general.
See, also, check out Chuck the Plant.
A horticultural horror.
What's so horrible about it?
No idea. If you play Maniac Mansion, you'd learn more about Chuck, but
No, I see.
there's some fake bath on the
How
ceiling.
did that get up there? Spearmint, my favorite.
Yeah, that's not spearmint. It's pink.
Goes to show how bad the regulations are in the United States. Alright, I'm not going to bother with all this stuff here.
I just mean for, like, branding. No one's gonna make their spearmint flavor pink because everyone knows pink doesn't taste
There's
like
something
mint.
funny about that clock.
Alright.
Aha! A secret passage.
Aren't you at
This
school?
is all too easy.
This is the Maniac Mansion,
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
which is also a hotel.
Which is also a hotel. Okay.
Well, they're running it as a hotel now, ever since the failure last time.
Laverne,
You find
how'd
out.
you get upstairs?
Am I upstairs? I got lost.
Seen any tentacles?
What's a tentacle?
Oh, just something I whipped up in my spare time.
Behold,
Made
the
good
explanation.
friends, actually. Until
At least
one of
somebody
them tried
asked.
to take over the world.
Bonus, she's a bio
Tie
major.
the little buggers up in the basement.
Good thing you told us that.
Oh, you
Yeah,
adults.
Bernard wanted
Yeah,
us to set
well,
them
college
free.
students.
That's
Thank
adults.
God you weren't
Yeah.
that stupid.
Like, Hoagie is a roadie for an actual
Did
band.
you say Bernard?
Okay, you're free to go.
Thanks, Bernard.
Yes, thank you, naive human. Now I can finish taking over the world.
Wait!
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. He's incredibly evil, isn't he?
I'll try to talk him out of it.
Yeah, okay.
Well, what possible harm
Is
could
this
one
happening now, or is
insane
this a
mutant
flashback
tentacle
from
do?
the last game?
This is happening right now.
Okay.
Deeply
Leaping
dysfunctional
lab rat.
idiots.
Dr. Fred.
What have you done this time, you meddling milquetoast? Now purple
Oh, I'm gonna be
tentacle
real.
is
These character
free to
designs are
use
very
his evil
upsetting.
mutant powers to take over the world and enslave
These are some grotesque
all
humans.
humanity.
Whoops.
It's gonna get
Our
worse.
only hope now is
Worse?
to turn off my sludge-o-magic machine and
Worse than this guy
prevent
whose
the
pants are
toxic
covering his
mutagen from
nipples?
entering the river.
Isn't it a little late for that, Doctor?
Of course, that's why I'll have to do it. Yesterday, through the time machine.
Oh god, it's a time travel story.
It's a time travel story.
This is all your fault, Bernard.
Behold, children.
Hey, she's
the
objectively
chronogen.
right.
Yes.
Daw, can't you just send Bernard?
But
No, you must all go to increase the odds that one of you will make it there alive.
Can't
Have
help but
any
notice
people
that these
ever been hurt in
pods
this
also
thing?
look a lot like tentacles.
Of course
huh,
not.
they're meant to look like portable
This
toilets.
is the first time I've ever
They don't
tried
look like
it on
portable
people.
toilets. Something about being on like life-saving rings and having light bulbs on their heads. And...
Well, I'll be.
You're gonna find Hoagie as your guy.
Bernard,
Well-
float over here so I can punch you.
Okay, fine.
This must be that Woodstock
Almost
place Mom
immediately,
and
I
Dad are
guess.
always talking about.
I was gonna say I would have expected that, but he did
What could it
express
all mean?
willingness to bite the head off a
I
hamster.
don't
So
know.
he's hard.
I
up.
don't want to
It's
know.
true, he is a late 90s metal nerd.
Die. Die.
We may not live to see yesterday.
I'm sure Dr. Fred wouldn't have done this if it weren't safe.
After all, he is a doctor.
It works. I can't believe it. And they said imitation diamond wasn't good enough.
Ah, immediately breaks. Gotcha.
Uh-oh.
What are these things? What is that thing at the bottom? It's like a life raft or something?
So, I'm no expert, but I understand it's a rubber ring so that if it has to rest on mud or something like that, it can be straightened up and it keeps water from getting in or out. But I'm no expert in portable toilets from the early 90s.
I have never seen a Portaloo with that on it, but they are fundamentally different here, so. Lovely.
Cheap mail order jewels.
What happened to Hoagie and Laverne?
I knew I should have bought a real diamond.
Are they alive?
My dials say that the larger specimen landed 200 years in the past, and the other is stuck 200
It's gonna
years
be
in the
fucking
future.
with old people.
Well, hurry up and bring them back.
Do you like fucking with
I
old
will.
Americans in
As
particular?
soon as I get a new diamond, then all your buddies have to do is plug in their respective chronogens and...
Plug them in? Where is Hoagie going to find an electrical outlet 200 years in the past?
Yes, well, he'll be needing my patented super battery then, won't he? Now, where did I put those patented super battery plans of mine?
Plans? How are we gonna get Hoagie plans?
Don't worry me with details, boy. Just help me find the plans. They're in this house somewhere.
And
Now what am I going to do?
I think I made myself perfectly clear. Step 1, find plans.
You know, just in
Step
case you weren't paying
2,
attention.
Save world. Step 3, get out of my house. Let's get
Yeah, that's fair.
cracking.
Oh, yeah. We're a bunch of obnoxious college students who've shown up and irritated him twice now. So, this is where the copy protection for the game would kick in. Because the plans...
Maybe I put them upstairs. That's got to be it. Upstairs.
the plans are here.
Kinda like a cipher or something.
Close. It's a document. I don't know if they're going to show it to you, but it's about making the actual item out of salad. And so I don't know if I'm going to get like a mini game or if it's just going to be like, yep, cool, you got it.
Was it a minigame originally?
No, it was a reference, I think, in the manual. Like it needs these ingredients. Every page of the manual would have a different recipe for this battery, and you had to look up to see how to make it in the manual.
So it actually changes the items you need in the game?
No, it's just you just change some buttons on the diagram. It's copy protection.
I've got
I know,
the
you said it was
plans.
copy protection, but there's a lot of ways that could work.
That's true.
LucasArts
Ah,
had
get
some
over
fun with
there.
it.
no crouton counting minigame.
My ingenious super battery design, please.
I think it would be extremely funny if when they remade one of these
You
games,
really flushed them.
they actually had
Yes.
like the
Down
copy
the
protection
toilet.
device from the
No,
game box
through
Yeah.
as a
time.
new item in the game that you had to pick
Using
up
the
and look
highly
at.
sophisticated
The-
time flux hydraulic vortex chamber
talking
I've
over him.
installed in the chronogen, you
Well,
can
yes, and you
flush
did say you
small
were going to try not to
inanimate
talk over the
objects to
cutscenes,
each
but then we
other
both
through
did
time.
completely the entire time, so.
Flush small
I assumed it was
inanimate
fine now?
objects to each other through time.
Hello? Dr.
quiet if you
Fred,
want.
can you hear me? Drat.
How's this?
you
Is
hear
this quiet
something?
enough?
No, let's see if what's his name catches on.
Oh, great. I'm stuck in colonial times, tentacles are taking over the world, and now the toilet's backing up.
Okay, come over here. It's your old pal, Dr. Fred.
Dr. Fred, how'd you get in there?
I want you to pick up those plans you see in the chronogen, Hoagie. Bring them to
No.
Red Edison. He's my great, 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 great grandfather. He'll know what to do.
You need the plans to make a super battery so you can plug in your chronogen.
Okay, if you say so, Bernard.
Good boy. Does he have any experience with electronics?
Well, I once saw him take 3,000 volts directly through his head without batting an eye.
Pretty sure he knows what to do with
Didn't
the
he
patch
pass
panel.
out?
Well, he was already passed out when it happened.
Time for me to
Yeah,
say to the
this is
world,
someone
I
who knows how to
guess.
knows how to loop a cable.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is the big gimmick of Day of the Tentacle. You have the same location in 3 different time zones, so things that you do in one of them can influence events in the future.
Which is a good gimmick.
It's such a good gimmick. This game is honestly, this game is breathtakingly well designed. It's full of really good, clever puzzles, and you definitely have that, like, well, I'm screwing around, what's the worst that could happen? But there's still a lot of signposting that will get you there.
You can also... and they recognize that kumquats are the funniest fruit.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want to say kumquat?
Kumquats.
Kumquat.
And different characters have different reactions to things.
Meanwhile...
Soon all the power of the heavens will be mine! All mine! If only we had some nasty weather!
It also lets you, like, add a layer of obscurity to puzzles without having it be just, you know, bizarro world nonsense.
Yeah.
Because, like, forgive me, I anticipate there may be some puzzles where you
You're
need to do
brilliant.
something in the
What a
past for the
novel
people in the
design.
future.
Come to Baltimore
Yes.
at once.
And, you know, that could obfuscate the solution to something in a way that is still completely fair, which I really appreciate.
Oh, hey, it's dead Uncle Ed.
Cool, the room clerk's a mummy.
He's already dead?
Yep, he's a mummy.
Okie dokie.
It occurs to me that after having said that, Hoagie has no idea who this is, so he's not going to comment on it. There's a grandfather clock. We've already opened it in the present, so we know we can probably open it now. That kind of thing.
Forgive me, how would he have known that was Uncle Ed, even if he did? Because, like, that's just a guy.
The mummy.
Yeah.
The mummy is a character. The mummy is dead.
Or have you met him before?
Yeah, you meet him.
Oh!
He's in Maniac Mansion. In fact, let's go see
So as
what's
soon as
going
Hoagie
on.
gets that
Oh,
battery
right,
working,
the ancestor
we're
we told
set.
you to find was Red, not Ed.
Yeah.
I'm afraid
They
not.
all rhyme with dead.
We still need a diamond for the main unit.
Thanks for that
And
game.
your friend in the future needs power too, if she's still alive.
Alive?
Get me out of here! I like trees and everything, but this one has got to go.
So,
So you can actually jump between them whenever you want.
yep, free jumping between them.
That's pretty neat.
And in fact, because we'll need this, if I use the letter here with Bernard,
Well, I'll just run to the Chronojon.
There's something in the Chronojon.
all right. And now, anytime I want to do that, it just does it. It just takes it to him. It's fine. It doesn't ask me to. It doesn't play a little cutscene every single time.
Oh, when you send something.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant send like the letter again specifically. I'm like, but you already did that. How many times could you need to?
One of the things about this, by the way, is that the animators very clearly think that Hoagie's butt crack is funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fat people are hilarious, you understand. They're just here to amuse others.
It's covered with plans and junk.
Just gonna take this left-handed hammer.
Hey, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. It was for my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son. Oh, well.
Go on.
Okay, just check. It's even like a mallet. I was imagining something where there might actually be some degree of handedness to it.
You really are thinking of a too sensible world. We are fighting to save the future from tentacles.
I thought it was probably a joke, but I thought it might mean something for some reason.
Brilliant design. Sometimes I amaze myself. Now all I need is oil, vinegar, and some gold. Hey! Only employees are allowed to use that lab coat.
Oh, you don't get to be lab assistant?
Well. What if?
Where'd you get a help wanted sign? I don't remember that one at all.
It was in the window in the first area.
Ah.
Now Hoagie's got it.
What's this? Help wanted, moronic drone, assist genius, yada yada yada. Well, I'm the only genius around. You look dumb enough.
I did wonder how that was gonna work, but
pick up your
yep.
lab coat and get to
I
work.
guess that's not very surprising. So is this the original interface as well?
No, the original interface looked like this.
Ah, so okay, that's a lot more like Maniac Mansion, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Maniac Mansion is a step worse, but you know what? We can show you Maniac Mansion.
Yeah, well, I've only had the pleasure of seeing it on the SNES of all things. Which was apparently not a great port.
Never seen it, don't know. Hey Fox, what do you think of American Founding Fathers?
Fuck them all. They're so annoying.
Excuse me. Yes? Whoa, you're like George Washington. Very much
old
like him,
twats.
according to my wife, Mrs. Washington.
Very clearly the same voice actor.
My name's Hoagie. Like the sandwich? How quaint. Do you really have wooden teeth? As a matter of fact, I do make use of artificial teeth. I find them to be far superior to the ordinary
Were they not
enamel
wooden and were in
variety.
fact hippo teeth or something ridiculous like that? Oh no, they were just other people's teeth. Because it's so much easier to just remove parts of slaves than
Yep.
to create something.
Wow, what do you brush them with? I use a toothbrush, much like everyone else. And a bit of wood polish, of course. Doesn't that taste awful? Not if you take them out first.
No, it would taste
Well,
awful
I gotta go
afterwards
now.
as well. I'm not saying that I have accidentally consumed furniture polish at any point in my life, but
Oh, there's some oil. There's some spaghetti. Just right in the
it's
cupboards.
just a bushel of spaghetti just standing on its end in the cupboard.
There's a brush. Brush. And a bucket. And this is the genre. I'm
Cupboard.
not that cupboard up there.
Ah,
This one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't look like it was usable.
Nope.
Boo. Boo. Yeah, jump back to modern. It's a lot easier to look at. Normally, I would be 100% on please stay in pixels, but
Hey Fox.
when it's getting scaled up anyway. You can also just go up the chimney. Seagull! You can open seagulls.
It's already open.
Thanks again, game. Who's Jet? Oh, I guess he's probably the ungrateful left-handed son.
Well,
Oh, maybe he's the right-handed son.
maybe.
It's closed.
What if we...
What cat do?
So you can distract him from the squeaky mouse toy by making the squeaky mattress make noise.
I see.
Pick up.
Where am I gonna put it?
Use Jed's bed. It doesn't make noise. So we have to use the squeaky mattress with Jed's bed.
Wow.
And this is a task.
Sounds like the cat's caught a moose up there.
What was with that delivery?
Now we use the squeaky mattress. The cat is distracted and far enough away from its squeaky toy that I can steal it. Yep.
Or just stay distracted for a much longer time for no apparent reason, but hey.
Hi, horsey.
Hi yourself.
Wow, you can talk.
Wow, so can you. What a coincidence.
Nice
Brute
teeth.
force.
Thanks. I paid quite a bit for them.
What's a nice horse
They're
like
also made
you
from
doing in a
slaves.
place like this?
Hey, I live here. What are you doing here?
Okay. Now,
I gotta go.
See
So-
you later.
so the thing I'm going to want out of this horse are the teeth. And getting them is very easy. But also, it won't be useful for ages. And you know how we just had that conversation with George Washington about his teeth?
Yeah.
You might be thinking, aha, I've got to get the horse's teeth and get them to George Washington. No.
That was my first thought.
No.
No.
Unrelated.
Completely unrelated.
There are two distinct teeth-related puzzles in this game that are both roughly equally easily obtained.
Does it matter which teeth you use for what?
Yes, very much so. You'll see.
Question is, which one's stuffed and which one's the real McCoy?
I assume this
I
is
assure you that we
someone
are
I should
both
recognize.
real, but we
No.
are neither one
No?
of us McCoy.
These are the
We
Edison
are
brothers.
Edisons,
Ned and Jed.
Oh, I
Who's
see.
who?
Does it really matter?
They're the artistic ones of the family.
Even our dear father can't tell us apart. He only knows that one of us is left-handed while the other is right, but that neither of us are following in his tiny scientific footsteps.
I would point out that these two have very clearly tiny feet.
Hold still, Jed.
I actually can't
So,
see either of their
I'm
feet,
almost too
but
frightened to
they probably
ask.
would.
Are you the
They're
marble
tiny hands,
delivery
after all.
man? Or the model?
All right. What should I go for?
Well, fat people are gross, so let's take our clothes off.
I'm the model. Should I take my clothes off now?
You're just gonna no-sell
No.
that.
No, you
Okay.
most definitely should not. We couldn't get your body shape right anyway, unless we cemented two slabs of marble together. But then your statue would have a big seam in it.
Put a
That's
big seam in
okay.
you.
It would have one anyway.
Look, don't call us. We'll call you.
Dang.
I appreciate Hoagie's unflappability. Like, Hoagie has clearly heard all of this before.
Yeah, I'd be so much more violent.
Oh yeah, especially if you were built like Hoagie in this situation. He could run this place. I can't remember.
They got real teeth for starters, and they're pretty good.
I can't remember exactly where, but I think there is a puzzle where the whole thing is like you have to find one of these three kids that can actually like open a jar, and obviously Hoagie's the only one who can, because the other two are just such weeds.
I'm no marble delivery man, but rock is my life.
I'm sure that's terribly amusing. Where you're from. Where exactly did you come from?
The Valley, the future, I off campus with Bernard Laverne. What do you want?
Oh, I like they can't really remember.
I can't really remember. I'm on the road a lot.
Oh, the road. Wait a second. What's that noise? I believe it's the road calling your name right now.
Rude.
Rude.
This is so rude.
Sorry, hope I haven't jostled you.
Now the good news is,
Too late.
You gonna screw this guy by switching his hammer?
oh, absolutely. But I want to make sure you understand why I'm switching the hammer, because again, just screwing
Oh,
around.
yes, it is good to establish that the people in adventure games are awful before you torment them.
Yeah, like, I just want to make absolutely clear that what I'm doing to the Edisons is entirely justified because every single one of them sucks except dead Uncle Ed. And, you know, he has other concerns right now.
I assume this is also a stable time loop where you fucking with them causes them to become horrible and make tentacles in the future.
No.
No?
No, they were always this garbage.
Okay.
Okay. Do. Now, this is the hallway that would be normally a horse. Open the door.
Normally a horse.
Well, you know, that's when Hoagie... We're now in the same room, and look.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, just because there was a
Must
horse
be an
there
Edison.
several hundred years ago, it doesn't mean that normally there's a horse, and it's just temporarily now in the present.
Yeah, sorry, last time there was a horse.
Bizarrely horseless.
Something strange
Weird fucking
is
thing to
going
do in a
on
room,
there.
not have a horse in it.
Yep. You done? We're moving on? Alright, here's Nurse Edna.
Excuse me.
What is it? I'm rather... Say, aren't you Bernard Bernoulli?
You might think, this is the upscaling and smoothing that's not doing her any favors.
No, I don't think you could do her any favors.
Nah.
I mean, this is all extremely faithful to the originals. I assume it's just made from the source art.
Yep.
No, my name is Threepwood.
Like, it wouldn't surprise me if some
But I'll
special
never
smoothing
forget a
technology
thing.
was used, but...
You broke into our mansion a few years ago to save your little friend. What did you come for this time?
I guess it's not impossible, but I'm used to that being very, very fucking difficult, and I think it
I'm
would
trying
look
to keep a
worse.
tentacle from conquering the world.
Really? How nice.
Because I feel like for animation like this is extremely
let you get
likely
back to
there was
what you
just
were
hand-drawn
doing.
stuff in the first place.
Yeah.
So.
Come
There's a
back
bunch of concept art we can
anytime,
look at in the
you
gallery if
big
you
hunk.
want to see it.
Well, I don't mean concept art, I mean like actual animation frames and stuff that were digitized through the original game. And you could just re-digitize them at a much higher resolution to get this.
Yeah. Alright, so,
But maybe not.
here we have a puzzle.
Can you just move? Because I don't like the way that you guys are occupying the same space.
We'll fix that very shortly.
Excellent.
I'm gonna need this VCR.
Uh-huh.
Not yet, but I am gonna need it.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna stop me.
Does she have any reason to obscure your behavior?
Yeah.
Obstruct, that's the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
just because this is her job. She's the security person, so she's mucking around with all the security stuff, and if I touch it, she tells me not to.
It would be too much to hope for the professor to come and tell her to stop that shit.
But the good news is, she's just an old lady on a swivel chair, and there's an open door right there. So,
Just gonna throw her out the door. Yeah, get him.
Oh
Just really
no!
expecting there to be an Indiana Jones joke there
I've
for a second.
lost it. Oh, where hath gone the muse that once guided my hand with such care? Must inspiration be so transitory?
Like a skeleton.
Must art be so cruel? I'm a failure.
really
Don't
good,
say that,
short,
Ned.
fast animations too.
Father was right. We Edisons are made to be scientists, not
I mean, he was a
artists.
douche, but this might be going a bit far.
Dear brother, we must be strong in these times of creative adversity. Why don't you let me take over for a while?
I mean,
I'll
they're
clean this
objectively
rubble up
excellent
and
at doing
start over.
sculptures.
Yep.
Now relax. Have a cappuccino.
It's the early 90s. Cappuccinos were a funny
I'm
reference.
glad we switched places.
They?
Yeah.
I think you're coming out quite well.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Americans hadn't heard of it because Americans don't know how to make good coffee.
That checks out. Oh!
And now...
Okay, so I didn't pay any fucking attention to that statue. Was it the other hand was holding the sword?
Yeah,
previously?
she grabbed the hand to pull herself back in when
See,
I pushed
thought
her.
she grabbed the door frame. So I had no fucking idea why any of this mattered.
Well, you know what they say.
I thought you were gonna have to move the horse
If you
door
want to
somehow.
save the world, you gotta push a few old ladies down the stairs.
You really are in an adventure game.
The nature of an adventure game is watching a bunch of people just ruin strangers' lives. The Sundry Times.
This is why I like Full Throttle.
Yeah.
I feel like no one gets their shit wrecked who doesn't fully deserve it in Full Throttle.
You are in fact entirely correct. Oh, I have that. Okay. Let's talk to Green.
Green!
Oh, hey.
Bernard!
What are you doing up here?
Well, I couldn't stop Purple, and he's gonna go out and conquer the world, and I'm afraid of what he'll do if he catches me, if Dr. Fred doesn't find me first. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Hey!
What's up, Bernard?
I'm not sure why, if he's worried about being found, he's just hanging out in his room, but whatever.
Yep. Note, green bed, purple bed. Purple has the top bunk.
What are you trying to say about top bunk havers, Talen?
I'm saying it requires an assertive and powerful personality to demand of people, and that Green would be stuck with the bottom bunk because there's no way he could make Purple give him the top bunk. Anyway, may I?
Oh, sure.
How's your new band doing?
I'm not the boss of Cursor Town.
Green tea and the sushi platter? We're doing great! We've decided to really capitalize on our strongest quality as a band.
Want to guess?
None of them would have been what I would have guessed.
So we're going to go with really? What quality is that?
Sure.
Really? Which quality is that?
Volume, man, volume!
Okay.
We have a chance to win a Grimy Award as the loudest new band. We're pulling out all the stops.
I was just thinking how, like, cozy
That's
his little,
great.
like, listening
Yeah.
nook over here is.
Uh-huh.
It's very nice.
I
I'm
really like the
surprised
name
that
Sushi
given
Batter.
Purple is clearly the big brother
You mean
and the
green
bully
tea
of
and the
this
sushi
scenario.
platter? Thanks, that means a lot.
That there's not
That's
more
great.
of Purple's personality in this
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah! Good luck in saving the world, B-Man.
Well, maybe it's just that Green has taken advantage of the fact that Purple fucked off.
Let's just take that. Oh, let's try and take this bowling ball, eh?
It
Why not?
looks too heavy for me to pick up.
What?
It looks too heavy for me to pick up.
You are the scrawniest little weenus.
Let's turn on the music. Let's have a sample of Sushi Platter.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. This is loud.
You can leave this on and just continue through the rest of the game with the screen vibrating.
It keeps jiggling?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Now, you saw how the vomit dangling from the ceiling didn't quite fall?
No, I heard the noise, but I didn't spot what was actually happening.
It was
So it
slightly
was vomit,
hanging.
huh? Yay.
It's fake vomit. But...
Yeah. Don't just shove it on its face like that, you Philistine.
Whew.
Gentle.
Bernard is the kind of person who would do a mic drop because he saw someone do it and think it was cool and not have any appreciation for what he had just done and why the techs hated him forever.
Yeah, and that's why Hoogie punches him.
It's useless. No one will ever be interested in my design, so I'm ending my novelty inventing career right here in this tacky motel.
Oh, I see what's going to happen here.
How appropriate. I can't even do this right.
Okay.
Who's this incredibly depressing person?
This guy called Dwayne.
Just a guy called Dwayne who lives in this mansion for no... Oh wait, you said it was a hotel.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a hotel
So
room.
he's a guest.
He's a guest.
Gotcha.
He has a bunch of junky leftovers. He's a novelty. He's a novelty salesman.
What a powerful force of tools in an adventure game.
Now I had a letter from the post box in the past where it says, "What a brilliant design! Come to Baltimore at once."
Ah. Is that the letter you sent? I didn't even see where you got that.
And Hoagie sent it to Bernard, and now.
Hey, there's a letter here for you.
For me? Probably another
Well,
rejection.
he's gonna be very happy until he
Oh,
gets to
well.
Baltimore, I guess.
But then he'll be in Baltimore, the home of challenge pissing.
He won't be
You're
trying to kill
brilliant.
himself
What
anymore,
a novel
which is
design.
definitely
Come
a
to
step up.
Baltimore at once.
It's just do.
That's very, the sense of humor there is very LucasArts 90s,
Extremely so.
content warning, I guess, but...
Yeah, good point. Hey there. There's some fake bath for me to pick up. This fake bath won't be useful until possibly the second or third last puzzle in the game.
Well, much like the other novelty items, or really any item, there's no reason you wouldn't pick it up.
Yeah.
Like, it's important in an adventure game. You never have to justify picking anything up or looking at anything.
Let's just grab this Swiss bank book.
Why should I push it?
Why is there a push prompt then, you ding dong?
Why should you push it?
It's the pickup. There it is.
It's
Grab
gonna be like Enchantia, and there's only like 2 uses for push pull ever.
the boo boo be gone. White out.
Oh, that's a bland name band-aid. Gotcha.
Uh-huh. And a safe. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting pockets full of stuff. We've got... Look at our bag of useless junk.
What did you do to the safe?
I just opened it to look at it.
Oh, okay.
It's from George's hardware. George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement.
Yep.
Okay, George.
Now, remember the teeth puzzle.
Hey, boy, you missed the party.
Now that's a
You
weird
and the
thing to
clown
just
were
be like,
having a
oh,
party?
just I'll intuit that this needs to be open for something.
Last night. At the Novelty Good Salesman's Convention.
It's
I
Ben Franklin
tell you,
again.
we Novelty Good
The implication
salesmen
being that this
know
guy
how
is a
to have good
descendant of
time.
Ben Franklin. Because Ben Franklin fucked.
Nice cigars.
I roll them myself. So, want a cigar?
No, gross.
Sure, lay one of those Havanan babies on me.
This guy's a novelty.
Thought I was
guy's
gonna
also
blow
a
your head
novelty
off
salesman?
there, didn't
Yeah, there was a
you?
convention here. That's why the other guy was here.
Well, you were right.
Anyway, that's how Bernard died, so that's cool.
You shouldn't smoke. It's a bad habit.
It's not wrong.
He's also a dick.
Well, that's true.
You're laughing a bit too much at your own
Cracks
joke,
me
mate.
up every time.
Also, you need to mask up, you freak.
Disgusting.
Trying to pick up these teeth. Get over here. Get over here.
Third teeth incident?
This is the second teeth incident.
Oh no. You incidented with that one, President's teeth. I've already forgotten which one.
George Washington. Okay.
And you incidented with a horse's teeth.
Okay, this is the third
This is
teeth.
3.
Okay, so close the grating. You don't need it anymore.
Is that just a grating over a little box that went nowhere?
Apparently so.
What the fuck? That's weird.
Use cigar lighter with...
Oh my god, imagine how useful it would be to just have a lighter in your pocket in one of these.
Hey, isn't that Albert Einstein?
Throttle, you just have a lighter, don't you?
Oh, no.
I don't
No?
No.
Oh, never
But,
mind.
like, all the problems that you would want a lighter for, Ben has other solutions for, usually.
Look, Ben is great, but I'm pretty sure he can't dispense fire from his fists.
Hi there.
What can I do for you, kid?
Okay, so what we just... And again, this is just screwing around. This is like, well, I've got a gun. There's another gun. Can I use them together? Yes.
Nice cigars.
Nice. These babies are practically exploding with tobacco goodness.
You mean
So,
one fake
want
gun and another
cigar?
fake gun,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Okay, but only if you promise not to light it this time.
Would I do a thing like that?
Reusing animation.
Ah, so he would light it, but you switched his gun out. Gotcha.
And now I have a lighter
Get lost, kid.
and a cigar that explodes. And I have some teeth.
I'm definitely not seeing any possibilities from that yet.
Gotta just raid everything here.
Take all the stuff. New room, take stuff.
A funnel.
Well, that just seems all-purpose useful.
It looks pretty broken.
For sale, cats, 4 legs, 2 eyes, 1 head. Nothing in the dryer yet. Alright then.
That's the one bit of this game I remember, and I don't like it.
It's iconic.
Yes.
So, oh look, a crank. Yoink! Again, just
I can't. It's
just
stuck.
any garbage in this whole world you just
It's
take.
already open.
I'm surprised the crank just, like, detached.
I bet there are better decorated rooms in prison.
This is just part of the house.
Not some, like, Frankenstein lab shit.
No, we're in the attic. Like, why would you get Frankenstein stuff up there? All right, let's cause some problems with Hoagie.
I'll
Okay.
use the chronojon.
He gets the we get Hoagie the cigar, the teeth.
So the third character is just kind of gated for now. Is
Yep.
that right?
We need to do something that will specifically get her out of the tree.
So that's more what I was expecting when I was surprised that you could switch between them freely.
Yeah.
So I wasn't totally wrong.
You weren't
They
completely off
are,
base.
Using that to limit the story as well. Such as the story is. I mean, a story can be a sequence of actions performed by a player. It doesn't have to be narrative as such.
It's already open.
Door.
You wish I hadn't seen this.
Pick up the keys. And by the way, this guy just like, I don't think we ruined this guy's life.
Huh. Well, I approve of not having ruined that guy's life. Mostly just because that means I don't have to find out anything about that room.
We're gonna be there. Again, there's something in there we want. Hey, look!
Nuts.
Dead cousin Ted.
I see.
He looks like a tall, mummified Dr. Fred.
Does he?
What's in the mailbox? Nothing.
So he can't talk or anything, you just know who he is.
He's a mummy. He's just an actual mummy.
Yeah, okay, Talen, I may have given you the wrong impression by asking that question, but now answer it again as if we're in a cartoon game. Where it would be perfectly reasonable to expect mummies, like they are in every other cartoon, to just be alive all the time.
Yeah, so Ted he knows Ted from the previous game, from Manic Mansion.
Huh?
Here,
Still haven't
perhaps
answered my
these are your
question.
keys.
Is Ted
Where? Gimme.
animated?
No.
Is Ted sentient?
No.
Hey,
Okay,
thanks, pal.
Ted is just a
Keep
prop.
the crowbar.
Ted is a
Okay.
human-shaped
Just
object.
the
Thank you,
literal
masked
dead
man.
mummy.
Yep.
Okay.
And now
Rat.
Now for this
It
carjack.
must be one of
we got a
these.
crowbar from him.
Oh,
We gave him a handful of
This
useless keys,
one.
and we got a crowbar.
that's super useful.
Mm-hmm.
A crowbar could solve almost every adventure game puzzle in some way or another.
Like picking up a dime with gum.
I feel like you could do that with your hand, but... Not if you're a small weenus, I guess. Oh. I wish I hadn't seen that. Oh, now it's grey.
And you don't have the gum anymore, so... Oh no, you do have a wad of gum. Cool. Because I was like, did you just swallow that, Bernard? Alright.
Up too late? Try a fickle finger's fate.
Wow.
Stick in a dime and you'll have a good time.
It's a vibrating bed.
Game.
This is as bad as it gets for this guy. I think this is a guy who, by the standards of the things that we've done with people
Soaking wet.
in this genre,
Oh.
it's positively sensible.
Why are you so gross?
Because it's early 90s cartoon gross out humor?
Yeah, he's gonna wake up with a pretty bad fucking backache, but that's good compared to most people in adventure games, probably. He's gonna have some really stiff ribs.
This is how robbing a vending machine works.
Yeah. There's no reason that a bunch of weird grey coins wouldn't fall out of it.
Well, they're called quarters, Fox.
The fuck is a quarter?
1/4. Anyway.
1/4 of what?
1968? 1974? Oh, 1977.
I do appreciate being this kind of a nerd.
So,
also, that's definitely gonna come up, right?
yeah. Well, we have a wet sweater and a bunch of quarters and a laundromat. So, you know, we could take one of the quarters and stick it in the laundromat and dry the sweater, right?
What the fuck is a quarter?
You've spent that quarter, Fox. Here's the problem. Bernard's an idiot, so we don't have infinite quarters to do what we want with. We have a single giant stack of quarters. Use quarters with coin slot.
Okay, I'm a little bit angry about that. Later that day.
Whew.
Okay, so this will be done in the future, I
Yes.
This has become the, like, amazing haunted clothes washer that hasn't stopped washing since, 1994 or whenever this game is set.
Pretty much. Alright. But I promised problems, so let's go do some problems. Not gonna harass the help. Don't need to bother Betsy Ross just yet. Don't need to bother Ben Franklin yet.
So I assume you can switch the hammer back to revert the statue? No? Then it's just done?
Apparently not.
Aw. I did assume they were gonna let you fuck with them infinitely by doing that.
So. Oh. While we're at it. Hey, this flyer says George says every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement. Use the flyer with the suggestion box for the Constitution.
Oh, it's for the Constitution, I see.
Boy, it's sure
bird with a
quiet
bell on
in
it?
here.
Fire alarm.
I wonder if there might be any ideas worth
see.
discussing in the suggestion box. Maybe somebody should take a look. I say, lads, I have an idea.
Is that like a fucking
Does
joke
it have
here?
anything to do with starting a fire?
No.
Oh, he's cold.
Yep.
I was thinking it's about time we open the suggestion box. Don't you agree?
Sure, George, if you say so.
Yes, whatever you think is fine with us.
Excellent.
Such a weird energy.
What's he thinking? No one of any importance has been here all day. What could be in the suggestion box?
Perhaps he intends to suggest something himself.
Oh. Here's a suggestion. It says, George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement. What do you think, gentlemen?
Whatever you say, George.
Your name's on it. I'm sure you must have a good
So,
reason for
you've
suggesting it.
now
Yeah.
made a
It's
constitutional
strange.
pre-amendment.
I don't quite... Well, I'm sure I had a reason for it.
And they have no idea what a
If
vacuum
there are
cleaner
no
is.
objections, we shall add it to the
I have to assume
Constitution
so.
immediately. No? Good. And so shall it be law.
What's
Right,
a
now put
vacuum
free housing and Medicare in there.
No, he's not going to think of that. And in the future, a vacuum cleaner is now in the... Now the basement has a shop vac.
Oh yeah, take guns out when you have the chance.
Do I have red paint? I do have red paint. Okay. Alright, Hoagie is now going to begin ruining George Washington's life. Are you cool with that?
I'm not a big fan of George Washington, so I guess I'm cool with that.
Let's cause a problem on purpose.
Can we light a fire to warm up that poor skinny fucker?
Oh yeah.
I assume we got to at some point,
That'll be
right?
part of it.
Yeah.
That'll be part of it. Okay. So kumquats. They're orange.
We're painting the roses red.
Bloop. Good solid bloop effect.
That was a really good bloop. I liked the bloop.
And the thing is, again, there's no reason to do that. There's nothing meaningful there unless you go through all the dialogue trees and you work it out from someone. But yeah, like you could still paint things with that and like, oh, I just painted all the kumquats red. What's that for?
Did you paint anything else?
Oh, you get to paint a lot of things in this game.
I'll let you get away with it if you paint all the random
Excuse
shit
me.
for me.
I'll paint everything I can.
You have to paint everything that's possible to paint anyway.
Yeah.
So you've deceived me.
Is it true about you?
Is it true
Cherry
about
tree.
you and the cherry tree?
Is it like I hate
Oh,
that
yes,
cherry
it's
tree?
quite true. Why, I've cut down acres of cherry trees in my day. I bet you've lost it. You couldn't cut down a tree
Oh,
to
I
save
see.
your grandmother. Lost it, have I? Why, I'd show you a thing or two if there were a cherry tree nearby. But as you can see, there... Oh, well, what do you know? There is a cherry tree out there. Well, let's go chop the sucker down.
Historical.
I said come down from there at once!
Try to understand. I'm stuck in this.
Voila! You're quite a man. Yes, I know.
Now drink this paint.
And now we have access to Laverne. But we're still not done screwing with George Washington.
Well, obviously not. You haven't done anything to his teeth yet.
Oh boy.
We're gonna burn his teeth. They're made of wood.
Oh.
Burn their teeth. Burn their teeth.
You're so close. You're so very close.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna burn
Yes.
the teeth, but while they're in his face.
Mr. President, may I offer you an excellent smoke? Can you also provide me with a light? Sure. Well, in that case,
Maybe this will get guns banned.
This is the early 90s. Americans aren't aware that it's a problem yet.
Yeah, no one has seen that be a problem.
blast,
funny
I
animation.
hate it when that happens. See if you can't find those for me, will you? There's a good lad.
Ah, okay. So he brings it on himself by expecting you to go pick up his shit.
Could you use these? Why, thank you, young man. Strange. I wonder if I should cut down on the coffee.
Hey, Tom, look.
And now...
The father of our nation is cold. Better build a fire.
You're right.
So John Hancock, I recognize.
I guess you can have my log.
Thomas Jefferson.
Me? Why
That's
should
Jefferson?
I build the
Yeah.
fire? You build the fire.
I'm bothered by the smoke. You build the fire.
I'm
And
bothered by your attitude.
this is
You
this
build
is
the fire.
this is one of the puzzles
No,
because
you build the fire,
there's a
Mr.
golden quill
Penman
here for
Chip.
signing the Constitution,
No,
and I need some
you build the
gold.
fire, Lord Lover.
No, you build the
By the
fire.
way, this was part of
No,
Jefferson's
you
time
build the
capsule.
fire.
He wanted to, 2 hours later, he wanted to make sure that the log was preserved for
You
history.
big baby.
The specific log that was in the fireplace while they were signing.
That specific log, he was planning on keeping it, yes.
Huh. That's an odd thing to care about.
He's an odd guy.
So we didn't burn the teeth.
We didn't burn the teeth, we just exploded his face. That's not nothing, Fox.
I guess.
Cat's being all chill. Bloop.
It's a good bloop, but I still don't appreciate it.
And now the bird is going off because it's a fire alarm and...
Okay. Who was the idiot who started the fire?
Annoyingly, you can't pick it up.
No way. It could be on fire by now.
But you could pull it off and see.
The Betsy Ross thing I don't need until I've got... Okay. So yeah, there's a bunch of places here where there are
Oh, I
still...
only... Sorry. I only just
You-
spotted Max.
Yeah.
Yay.
And now we pick up the gold-coated quill pen.
Oh, right, because what you're actually trying to do here is make
It
a
looks
battery.
pretty clear in here now.
Yep.
Say, did you get the pen on our way out?
No,
I don't know why they didn't
I
just have
found
the
a
blanket
blanket
burn up.
blocking the chimney.
Oh.
Son, do you know anything about a blanket?
Didn't the dude next to you have one earlier? Hey, catch you later.
As Hoagie exits stage left. Alright then. Now, we have oil. We don't have vinegar. We have oil and gold and alright then.
Access to any of the like kitchen type areas in the old building that you went into in the modern building? Or they just not exist?
This.
Yeah.
I need to pee, so taking a break. Real quick.
Okay. Oh, hi, Ellie. Oh, you're so lovely. You're a good dog. He's doing a nice chill. Good boy. Just taking the opportunity to get my sock slappies out while we're not recording. It's such a satisfying sound. I want to keep doing it, but
Yeah, this is going to be on the stinger for the episode now. Just Fox slapping sock ASMR.
some more of what the people love.
Yeah, this area is already in the we visited here. Hoagie's been here, and there's going to be a future version of it. I think every room has a direct one-to-one correlation. So the thing that Bernard needs to do is get his hands on a diamond. Now, if you watch any of the TV, there's a channel that's doing like, phone now and we'll send you a diamond. But I don't have money because it needs like $4 million. So I need to get access to money, which Dr. Fred has.
Sorry, it's very funny to me that you were like, well, I need to explain that there's a place that will sell you a diamond.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
The puzzle is money.
Thanks. I needed a little pick-me-up.
So I just gave him decaf coffee. What does decaf coffee do to you in the 90s?
Instantly sends you to sleep. Okay.
Apparently
Must
so.
Open safe.
Oh, makes you a zombie. Okay.
Must sign contract. Must provide for family.
That's weird shit, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on here.
I assume it's established somewhere that he's like a sleepwalker or...
Yeah, you could talk to Aunt Edna about it. But yeah, basically, he, there's a contract in here that, let's see if I can grab it. I want to see what happens if you try. Too slow.
He almost took my hand off with the door.
So he's imagining seeing the contract, and because this contract is for the royalties for Maniac Mansion. Because again, reality is a complete fiction.
Gotcha.
But now he's sleepwalking, and I need to find a way to, well, get into the safe and get him out of here. Because if I can sign the contract, if I can get him to sign the contract, he'll be loaded, and I can use his information to buy the diamond. Whew, okay. So that's why we needed to clear Edna out of here, so we can watch him on the monitor. Now, we should have the VCR tape and the VCR. Now, this is going to be like a really interesting piece of retro tech for a portion of the audience. So, what we're going to do is we're going to record. He says, clearly forgetting how retro tech works. Use the VCR. Recording him.
The combination has one number, 57.
No, he's just moving it so fast.
Oh, you slow it
Dr.
down.
Fred Edison, Internal Revenue. Come with us. We'd like to go over some of your records with you. Upstairs.
This is badly timed.
I don't know, seems to work.
But now,
the tape's at the end.
I can rewind.
Do you just... okay. I imagine you might have to stop it.
Play it in slow speed. 57, 101, 999. It's a very big dial. This is all free for the people making the animation though, because like you literally have to only just run it in half speed. Great.
Edison, Internal.
I might skip this one.
Revenue.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. So that's why we had to push a little old lady down the stairs, because she wouldn't let us do that otherwise.
She can go downstairs.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you go out here, it's just into the hallway.
It's true, but...
In fact, where did she even go?
Bernard did say, to save the world, sometimes you gotta push some little old ladies down the stairs.
He did, but those
Is that a W390B frivolous spending report? No, it's another 561AB negative attention statement.
And thus we see another piece of iconic 90s comedy.
What's the filing date for a
The IRS.
Insufficient credit.
They're very boring, you see.
You haven't
but
done
also
it, well,
terrifying,
that's the first
because
full moon after
paying
the
your
end of your
taxes
fiscal
is bad. Especially if you have a lot of money and therefore would be paying a lot of taxes. You see? You see?
So bad that everyone immediately understands the comedy.
Uh-huh. And that's why all of these Hollywood writers and game writers working in California are all, for some reason, putting the IRS in things as the villain in a truly inexplicable way.
Nobody's wealthier than the writers of comedy games.
Let's see, it's 101-999-57.
Oh, I'm glad it didn't make you do that.
Yeah. Alright. Pick up the contract. Okay. So now...
The party of the first part shall hereby be known as a crazed maniacal genius.
Okay.
So I need to get that contract signed so it can be, so Maniac Mansion can make them royalties. But the time window's already passed. I'm sure you can see the problem at work here. Alright, now, here we go to a room I've been avoiding.
Hey, aren't you Weird Ed Edison, the paramilitary nut?
Why, yes, Hey, do I know you?
Yeah, I'm Bernard Bernoulli. I broke into your house 5 years ago, kidnapped your hamster, broke into your piggy bank.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell, but I can't remember much about that period anyway. My psychotherapist thinks something traumatic happened to me back then that I'm blocking out.
Something horrible to this guy in the first game?
Yeah. This guy, and to be fair, this guy was like a villain in the first game. He was trying to kill you with a chainsaw. So like, the first game, the Edisons were a lot more of just like actual monstrous villains.
Gotcha. Was it still like cartoon comedy like this?
So you gave up the crazy military commando thing?
It's kind of hard to say.
I'm much better now. I don't have those bad thoughts anymore. Now I collect stamps.
Nice hamster. Does he do tricks?
No, he just sits there. I used to have a really smart hamster, but something happened to him.
You are involved in escaping his previous hamster. I don't remember if you exploded, but I think you can actually microwave that hamster, and it's quite bad.
Also, what a...
Well, hope I didn't get you too
I was
excited.
looking at that thing and going, well, that's not a hamster.
Peace be with you.
What else could you be saying? That's a weird artistic representation of a hamster.
But wait, Fox! I'm Talen from the future, doing the edit!
Oh, shit. I guess that makes me Fox from the past.
Yes.
Regretting many things.
So what I need you to do is just hold this place. We're going to split this and people can come back next week for the rest.
I got you, boss.